Hey everyone, I am especially excited about this presentation as this is a subject that I am especially passionate about. Why having a travel card can change your life. When it comes to personal finance and credit, I know it sometimes can be a little overwhelming, but I promise you this. One, this presentation is not going to take a whole lot of time. And two, it's going to be very easy for you to understand. Learning the simple credit system can truly change your life forever. So trust me, it's worth a little bit amount of time to sit and listen through this presentation and learn something that can drastically improve your life overall. So briefly, I'm going to cover a couple things. One, the real way your credit scores are calculated. So there are a lot of misconceptions about how credit actually works and what sort of things you can do to keep your credit score high. I'm going to debunk those myths and show you the truth. Two, I'm going to cover an introduction to travel cards, which are AKA cheap flights. What is a travel card? How is it different from a standard card? Three, travel card perks and bonuses. Travel cards are a type of credit card that have some really awesome added perks that make traveling so much easier and cheaper. So stay tuned. And four, using your travel cards to travel cheap. This will bring it all together and show you a way to use these travel cards to seriously reduce the cost of traveling. Are you someone that finds this topic a little dry? Well, don't find it dry. Find it interesting. Make this topic the topic of your complete and utter interest right now. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to explain how your credit really works and how you can take advantage of the credit system to save big money. This is super simple to understand. So trust me, listen, and you will get something out of this. All right, so this comes directly from the FICO website. This breaks down how your credit score is calculated and what percentage of your score is made up of each factor. So 30%, for example, is the amounts owed or your debt utilization, 35% your payment history, 10% new credit, 15% the length of credit history, the average length of all of your credit accounts, and 10% for your credit mix. What I'm going to focus on here is the amounts owed or the debt utilization ratio, which makes up 30% of your credit score. Now, as long as you always make on-time payments, you are good. There is no excuse for late payments. Seriously. With the technology that they have today and setting up automatic payments or automatic minimum payments, you should never have a late payment. That's a big hit on your score as well. So at worst case, if you forget and you have your payment set up, it'll set the minimum payment and you can go back later and pay the balance. But you do not want to have missed payments. So always pay off your balance in full every month. And here's why. This is the area where most people misunderstand the credit system, the credit score, and how it actually works and is calculated. You see, when you pay off your balance every month, you are actually lowering your debt utilization or the amount of money that you owe. So you can actually max out the 30% that makes up your score by owing no money. So applying for new cards may lower factors such as new credit and the length of credit history, but if you combine those two, they only make up 25% of your score and they are not permanent factors. Here's an example to better elaborate my point. So let's say your current credit, you have available $5,000 and you are using half of it. So your balance on these cards is $2,500. Your debt utilization is 50%. Now you add a new card to your mix with a $2,500 limit. As you can see, your available credit goes up $7,500. Your balance, the $2,500, now becomes a lower credit utilization percentage. A lower credit utilization percentage actually increases your credit score. If you look on the right, your credit utilization, 30%, is going to go up because you're using less of your available credit. Now, new credit, that 10%, will go down. When you get a hard inquiry on your account, it'll affect it for a couple months, maybe about 3 months, where you might see a slight dip in your credit score. Credit history, this may only slightly lower, but that depends on the average age of all of your credit accounts. So if you're fairly new to credit, it may affect you more. But if you've been around for a while, or if your average length of your credit accounts is long, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, a new line of credit is not going to affect it that much. So really, what happens to your score when you apply for a new card? Well, you will actually see an increase in your credit score. Remember, don't carry balances. Go ahead and pay that balance in full, and your credit score will go up over time. Everybody knows that having a good credit score can save you money when it comes time to buy a house. But most people miss out on how a good credit score can literally save you thousands of dollars every single year. Let me ask you a question. If you won the lottery, would traveling make it to your new list of hobbies? I'm about to show you now how your credit score can be worth a lot of savings in travel costs, and how you don't even have to win the lottery to make your travel dreams a reality. What if I told you that you could literally rack up enough points and miles for a free flight every single year by simply funneling your normal everyday spending through travel cards? Wouldn't one free flight every single year be worth learning a little bit about this travel hack system I'm talking about? Let me hear you say hell yes, because I promise you it is absolutely worth it. Let's review a second this simple flow path. You take your budget, gas, food, books, insurance, whatever, all your normal budget stuff. You simply pay with your travel card. Now, here's where it splits. On one end, you're going to pay your credit card balance in full. And why do we do that? So that we get $0 in interest charges. $0 in interest charges, right? On the other end, though, these travel cards are going to spit out points and miles. They're like your money printer. And then you take these points and miles and you simply exchange them for a flight or hotel. Pretty simple, huh? So let's review. Getting a travel card allows you to raise your credit score over time. Using your budget funnel, where you turn your everyday spending into travel points, you can use those points to redeem for free airfare. Now, always pay off your balance every single month so you don't pay any interest and you continue to raise your credit score. Guys, it's time to start thinking differently. Stop being like everyone else. Stop being a cog in the machine that banks and credit cards and airlines take advantage of, and just start using their system to make your life better. Listen, what is your time worth? The amount of money you could be saving by using this simple system is crazy. Anyone who doesn't want to learn this is either lazy or doesn't manage their money well. They like wasting money because for very little effort, you can save thousands of dollars. And for example, myself, I have saved over $15,000 in travel expenses over the last three years or so using this system. My time is worth a lot. Let's say that you can only get a $500 flight, which it's very easy to get $1,000 worth of free flights. Very possible. But let's say it takes you 4 hours to learn all of this travel hack stuff. Your time would be worth $125 an hour. And that's if you only get your $500 flight for 1 year. That's not counting if you're able to get it next year or the year after, which I've successfully been able to do. And trust me, you can do it too. Anyone can do this. So I hope you were able to get something out of this training. I really want to provide very useful information that can actually help people save money and actually travel more. I would appreciate it if you guys could share this video, share this Facebook group. There's a lot of new content coming in, so share this group. Get free flights with points and miles. The more people I can help, the better the trainings can be, as I'm able to understand your pain points better. So if I get more feedback from people telling me, hey, I don't understand this part, or I want to learn more about this, then I can tailor the trainings to those needs and make sure that everything is really, really clear for you guys. So thank you for joining me. Like always, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. You can go ahead and post it in the group so that others can get feedback as well. And stay tuned for this month. There's going to be a lot of new awesome content coming out. I'm hoping to have an actual online course that will walk you through the entire travel hack process, literally step by step. So I'm super excited about this because it means that I'm not only going to be able to help more people overcome their limitations and fears, but I'm going to be able to help more people actually travel more. So with that, this is Mike, your Wanderlust Guru, reminding you that not all who wanderlust pay full price.